Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Retro Carded Wave Psycho Man, which is definitely a character I'm super familiar with. It's not. I've seen him around, but I'm not super familiar. This is one of those obscure characters where it's like, I really want them to make obscure characters because that's what makes a collection more fun to collect. I'm not sure this is one of the ones I would have dumped this much budget into, but they dumped, as far as I can tell, a whack ton of budget into this thing. That's a Canadian term, I think. I don't know why I used it. Anyway, there's a lot going on with this guy, like a whole bunch. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just shy of 16.5 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to 6.5 inches. And to me, that seems really short. I seem to remember this guy being somewhat sizable, not like giant or anything, but I don't think he's supposed to be like eye to eye / slightly shorter than Human Torch. I could be wrong. You guys can let me know. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with him, but how many people... question of the day. Are you a fan of the Fantastic Four? Like, really? I don't know anybody that is. And I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I haven't met someone who is. So I'm very curious. I'm not sure how many people out there are actually like really big Fantastic Four fans and would be more of a fan of a character like this. Okay, so let's move on to the aesthetic of this guy. Number one thing that I like about this guy is that green. Oh my goodness, can we get a War Star figure, please? They can mold it. It looks beautiful. They can paint it. It matches the molding perfectly. Make me a War Star figure, Hasbro. Come on. Please. Please, 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 I need it. Okay, so this guy, mostly molded white plastic with some molded green plastic and then some painted details. It's pretty good. They did a really good job here, and they spent so much time and effort designing this. I feel bad for whoever designed it. Like, it probably wasn't actually that hard, but trying to make it cost effective for Hasbro probably wasn't fun. What a pain in the butt. But good job. Whoever did it, good job. It's very much what it's supposed to look like. He's got the cage going all the way around his legs, all the way down to his feet. And surprisingly, we'll get to this, but the articulation works considerably well. It was very well thought out. A lot of time and effort went into this guy. So somebody, I think, maybe had like a passion project for this character. And maybe that's what happened here. But it's all new stuff, and they did a really good job. I do think, considering that he's almost all completely white, like all these panels, they needed to have some kind of line. Like just a little bit of panel lining. Especially like around the shoulder where you get that little bead. That should have a panel line around it. This one around the chest. Maybe even just those and right here. Something, it needs something because it does look unfinished. But the green that is painted is pretty good. Like right here is awesome. This is really good. This is a little sloppy, but the face, the paint job for the eyes makes the face look bad. They look super wide and weird looking. I'm pretty sure it's not the sculpt, it's the paint. But up here is nice. That's nice and clean. Yeah, there's a lot to like about this guy, considering I couldn't care less about the character. It's a really strong release. They did a good job with it, so I like that. And like I said, this is really good, but we'll talk about that more when it comes to the articulation. So aesthetically speaking, they did a good job. He seems a little bit short, and a little bit of line work would go a long way, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, let's talk about accessories. All he comes with is the Mainstream Media Handbook, and that's okay. I guess, I mean, that's what he's supposed to have, so that's fine. And that's well done. The printout on there is pretty nice, so that is good. I don't know what else you would give him. So 7 out of 10, maybe an alternate head. It seems reasonable enough. Okay, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball peg. It could be a double, could be a single. I don't know. It feels like a single because you're not going to do much with it. It rotates, it leans, not a lot. That's fine. Shoulders, no problem, all the way out. Full rotation. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbows, fairly thick arms. How'd they do? It can be done. You can get a double jointed elbow on a thick arm, though he still only has about 90 degrees. All they need to do to make that work better is to cut into the bicep just a little bit more. Like you go up 1 or 2 millimeters into the bicep and you get so much better range. So that's a little bit of a bummer that they haven't done that. But he does have decent enough range. Wrist, swivel, and hinge. Torso joint is just at the cut. He's got a little bit of a wobble, basically. Well, he can lean, but you can't really tell because of his shape. He's very shapy. Doesn't lean back too far. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it leans back pretty far. But, you know, he's very egg-shaped. So you're not going to get a ton done here, but it technically is there and it's well executed, so that's good. You do get your rotation. Under his skirt, his legs can go better than 45, so that's nice. Do we get a waist twist under there? Doesn't feel like we do. Going forward, the skirt's definitely going to limit it, so not very far forward. Not really too far back. The thigh swivel actually does work like a normal thigh swivel. This is a floating piece. It connects at the top, not at the bottom. This side's stuck though, so I'll show you on this side. So yeah, that's exactly how they should have done that. Great job. Well executed. The knees you would think are just totally messed up. They're not going to function. But this is connected at the kneecap. This is connected down here, and this is connected up here. Well, it's not, but it's up here. You get really good range considering. Look at that. They did a really good job with this guy. That's why it's so weird to me. Somebody must have really loved this character, because it's so strange that so much budget went into this guy, and this guy, they couldn't even do like shading at all or like anything to make him look good. So that's weird. The ankle, it's a little stiff. You could probably get it to go a little bit farther, but you get decent enough range going forward and back, especially back, and the ankle rocker works fine. So for being a little weird Chungus guy, this guy articulates pretty damn well. And they did a good job with the paint, and it's all new sculpt, and they have all this kibble on here, which is like extra budget, extra hassle for assembly, extra molding, extra everything. So much budget went into this guy as far as I can tell, and that's so strange, but it paid off for this release. So if any of you guys are fans of, what's his name, Psycho Man, then boy did you hit the jackpot. I'm going to give this guy's articulation an 8 out of 10. It's really solid for what it should be, or what it could be. And now it's time for the final verdict on this release. What a strange release. What a strange one. I don't think, unless there's something like maybe he's in a new story or something where he's super popular, but it seems like a very, very weird release to spend this much budget on. You guys can let me know how you feel about that, but hey, they did spend the budget on it and it paid off. It's a good release, maybe a little bit short, you know, a few details here and there, but it's a strong one. I'm going to give it a final verdict of 9 out of 10. It's a really strong release. More figures like this would make the Marvel Legends line so much more fun to collect. More unique sculpts, more paint, you know, more stuff. Not just same body number 3 in a different color plastic. You know what I mean? This is good. I like it. I like it as a reviewer and as a collector, even though I couldn't care less about the character. Alright guys, there it is. Let me know what you thought about the figure. Let me know what you thought about the review. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. And if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. Turn on the bells. My videos are now at 3 p.m. rather than 3 a.m. so the notifications won't bother you. And I do have new videos out just about every single day. And I do have over 4,000 reviews already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.